You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
If I had the money, I'd hire probably 10 more writers and 10 more reporters to go out and do stories. But I don't. But we can probably get a few more great interns, you know, in paid interns. We could get a lot of unpaid, but I don't like not paying somebody. Just to sit there and write down everything I say and to create an archive. We kind of do it, but I have said, not dozens, not hundreds, but multi-hundreds of times that the plan in California is Agenda 21, not because I think it, it's admitted. And that they would then start cutting off the water, artificially shutting it down, and bring in smart water meters to track and control everything you do, and basically charge you so much for water, only multi-millionaires will be able to take baths. Just like I told you last week when the German co-pilot reportedly flew the plane into the ground, that they would then call for no more pilots. That's in the New York Times today, and AP, you name it, it's MIT, it's all there. I'm going to cover that. I mean, really, this doesn't get hard after a while. I mean, I know the next move they're going to make, and it's so pathological with these criminals that I tend to think they're going to zig when they zag. They don't. They just follow an exact plan. And you know why they say they do? Because it works. I mean, they've gotten away with putting dozens of deadly poisons in the water and making us pay for it. I say dozens, I'm being conservative. Some water some of the additives we buy, the so-called fluoride from China, has been tested over 300 deadly chemicals. On average, it's a couple hundred. And a city like Austin pays $1.2 million a year, last contract I saw, to put it in the water. Mercury, lead, arsenic. I've got articles here today where the FDA, under public pressure, is finally banning arsenic feed to turkeys and chickens because it makes them put on water weight because they're poisoned. So instead of Walmart having to inject the turkey breast or chicken breast with water at the facility, they just feed them arsenic so they get real fat and bloated. I can't make this stuff up. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm crying. I have tears in my eyes. This is so sick. I don't even want to do this anymore. I mean, I remember hearing about when I worked for a large animal vet, and I was talking to guys that hauled turkey manure to fertilizer plants out of the turkey and chicken plants. And one time driving home from work, this guy had given me a ride because my truck was broken down. This is when I missed a whole year of high school. They just took me out from fighting while they moved to Austin. I was in high school 5 years. And I just took off a year when I was 16 and worked about 14 hours a day. And he goes, listen, I got to pick up one more load over here at this turkey place. And we go in there, we put on respirators, we go in there, and it's like hell on earth. And mites all over everything, huge piles of stinking crap. And he goes, you see that feed over there? That's arsenic. Makes them fat. And it was like entering another world. This giant facility had a couple 100,000 turkeys in it. Next to it was a facility with 1 million chickens. There was like a lake of crap outside, a literal lake. And I'm in there on a respirator with like bugs getting on me. And the stench in there was the most horrible thing I ever smelled. And you could just feel the torture. So yeah, I'm against stuff that's factory farmed. But I digress. The U.S. government, and it's, that's the problem. When I read that headline this morning, and I can't find it in the stack now. Will you guys print that again? Arsenic-based feed is the, or arsenic-based drug. They call it a drug to make them fat. Yeah, one symptom of arsenic poison is you take on water as your cells try to keep the arsenic out of them. Anyways, I digress. In Austin, they add arsenic to the water. And if you go down to the city council, they'll laugh at you if you don't like it. FDA to withdraw approval for arsenic-based drug used in poultry. Oh, boy, and I guess they were going to try to feed it to humans, too. We'll be right back. Stay with us. The experts are clear. Sunlight, purified water, healthy non-GMO food, and having a good attitude is essential to a healthy immune system. But I go further with Super Nascent Iodine X2 from InfoWarsLife.com. 50% stronger than our original and revolutionary Nascent Iodine formula, coming from a deep earth crystal source that no other supplier has. Most other forms of iodine come from seaweed in areas plagued by Fukushima and other contaminants. Not our iodine. It comes from over 200-million-year-old crystal salt deposits and is tested and proven to be completely pure. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. See the informational videos. Read the information they're compiled. And for a limited time, when you use promo code NOW at checkout, you get an additional 5% off the entire family of InfoWarsLife.com products. Secure your Survival Shield X2 today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules. You will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWars Life and InfoWarsLife.com is extremely excited to announce our latest release, Winter Sun, a revolutionary type of vitamin D3. Winter Sun is a premium quality vitamin D3 nutritional supplement. It is produced by extracting oil from healthy, nutrient-dense plants known as lichens. Every batch is analyzed for purity and D3 content. It's completely free of toxins and allergens. Simply put, if you want the best at an extremely low price, this is it. Winter Sun is the result of our pursuit of the best source of vitamin D3. The research and development took over 2 years, but the result, as verified by independent laboratories, is the best vegan vitamin D3 product in the world. Read the facts at InfoWarsLife.com about Winter Sun Vitamin D3. Not only does vitamin D3 promote a healthy mood, but vitamin D supports our memory and brain function, something the globalists are targeting. Visit InfoWars.com today or call 888-253-3139.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Dr. Jerome Corsi of WorldNet Daily, best-selling author, 2 times #1 New York Times bestseller, political scientist, degree in economics from Harvard. He'll be joining us at the bottom of the hour to give us his expert inside perspective on the situation with Iran and the so-called Accord and all the bizarre statements coming out of the White House on it. Because regardless what you think about the Accord, it's got giant Swiss cheese holes in it. They're saying it's permanent in speeches when it's not permanent. It's just really bizarre. So we'll get his take on that coming up. I want to get more into Rand Paul's announcement for president. Court moles revealing secret government plan to cut cell phone service. A lot of really important health news, including mainstream media reporting radiation levels increasing on the West Coast from Fukushima. Huge news on that front. Speaking of West Coast, I want to hit this first. We talk a lot about Agenda 21 of UNESCO. Now, that's a treaty the UN cooked up in 1992 in Rio de Janeiro. George Herbert Walker Bush was there, and he said that we were going to ratify it even if Congress basically wouldn't. Now, under this, they have to create artificial scarcity. And you hear where Obama goes to Africa and, again, tells the Africans. In fact, people don't. I got an email saying I made this up this weekend. I saw one. Well, you guys, I don't always respond to challenges, but I'm getting tired of it, okay? In fact, this weekend I heard that weeks ago he said that Obama said we're going to lay off half the cattle guards in the West and that will fix part of the budget. And I thought it was a joke, and it turned out Joe Biden had said it. Anyways, I'm digressing. You just cannot make the folks cattle guards at the spaces in the gates on the ground so the cows won't walk through them because they'll break their ankles. They're not like school guard crossing people. Yeah, I guess if you grew up in an industrial area and don't know that. But I mean, that's like George Herbert Walker Bush not knowing what a store scanner was a decade after they'd come out. There's the headline. Obama, planet will boil over if young Africans are allowed cars, air conditioning, big houses. So we'll cue that up and actually play that in a minute. But this issue is so big because California, in the last 40 years, has not allowed the construction, I have the article right here, of one reservoir. Now, in the last 30-plus years, they've gone from roughly 15 million people to 36 million people last time I checked. I'm going from memory, teleprompter free. Guys, will you search engine California population? But I know it's gone from 15 million or less to 35 plus, 30, I think it's 37 million. Is it 38 million now? Oh, boom, 38.8 million. So it's almost 39 million people. That's more than doubled their population since, yep, there you go, the 1970s. So it's doubled since the 1970s or more, and they haven't built one stinking reservoir. You know, here in Texas, when they build a big city or they're about to expand one, they get on the news and say, we project that Austin will need 5 reservoirs of such and such size by 2040, or we're going to have water shortages. And guess what they're doing? They're building reservoirs. I'm not defending the Lower Colorado River Authority. They're certainly a corrupt organization from my experience. But compared to the California groups, here's an example of, and I'm going to walk through how this is Agenda 21 on a state level. They want artificial scarcity to gouge you. Remember what happened in 2000? Enron got caught some days making $1 billion a day, gouging with the smart meter hubs at the local level, not the individual level, but they had, quote, smart hubs at the switcher level inside the cities so they could game the price of the energy, claiming it was bought on an open trading system, but they were really engaged in fraud and would have members of Congress and the legislature in to show them the energy trading going on, but it was all fake. It was pre-programmed at the local level to gouge you the prices, a felony every time they did it. And the Enron documents came out. You want to know the big secret about the California drought? Here it is. If everybody in California wants to stop it, I'll tell you right now. They were having meetings in 98, 99, and 2000 with different state officials to go along with it secretly, and this all came out. Schwarzenegger was in on one of the meetings before he was even governor, on how to game the electricity. And they said, we found in studies in third world countries, if we have some rolling blackouts that we control, and we'll admit we're doing it, it'll create the perception of artificial scarcity, and then we can double or triple prices. And that's exactly what Enron did, some days making $1 billion a day, scamming the daylights out of the Californians. And there's 2 types of Californians, super wealthy and aware of what's going on, and the general public that does not know which end is up and obsesses over race all day. That's it, from my experience. CBS News. California water authorities to use new tool, that's the headline, in fight against water wasters. And they said, oh, they could only go off tattletales before and say that you could only go, you know, a couple times a week, 45 minutes. But that was before the smart meter. Dun, dun, dun. You hear that word. That means little robot tracking everything you do and gouging you. It collects data every 5 minutes. Then after midnight, the cell phones that's built in there comes on, makes one call, and calls into the database that we and the customer, through a